So there is evidence to suggest that we may be getting a Grim Reaper pack for The Sims 4. Yes, I said a Grim Reaper pack of all things. If I'm a little bit quiet today, it's because it's 11 PM at night. I'm recording this video because I won't have time to record it tomorrow, so I'm just going to edit it and record it all now. EA have dropped a few hints here and there over the past couple of months talking about the Grim Reaper, and you may just think that they're just doing it as some kind of social media thing, like referencing an icon in The Sims, but actually there is evidence to suggest that we may be getting a Grim Reaper pack. And that's because in the past they used to do these Sims 4 pack surveys where they'd ask Simmers what they'd want in a Sims 4 pack, and one of the themes that would often come up is a Grim Reaper pack theme where it's like an active career where you work as the Grim Reaper and I don't even know how it would work. You reap souls and you earn money. Like, how would that even work as a job? Like, what the heck? And we've had 2 normal packs in a row now, Growing Together and Horse Ranch, and it makes me think maybe we're now going to get another occult pack. I doubt that EA would bother releasing another occult. I can't imagine them being that ambitious right now, but what I can imagine them doing is expanding on the Grim Reaper and giving us a Grim Reaper career in a pack. At first I thought to myself, like, they would never make this an expansion pack or game pack. Like, this would definitely be a stuff pack, but then I thought, nope, this is EA. As we saw by The Sims 4 Horse Ranch, EA is not afraid to upsell us a very tiny amount of content and call it an expansion pack. So even though I genuinely don't think that they would ever make a Grim Reaper career into an expansion pack, I do think that they might make it into a game pack. And it got me thinking, a feature that we had from The Sims 3 was actually having a graveyard as like a specific community lot, and we do not have those in The Sims 4, which is crazy. Could mausoleums and graveyards be making a return as we had in The Sims 3? Is it called a mausoleum or a catacomb? In The Sims 3 there was basically like a rabbit hole, which was, what is it, guys? What is it? Please tell me what it is. It was like a rabbit hole that you can explore in the graveyard lots, and you could like find things in there. And it makes me wonder, if they do release a pack like this, we could finally get graveyards as a brand new community lot type, which we've been really waiting for ever since the Sims 4 base game, really. Also, another thing I know people have been really begging for is funerals in The Sims 4. I don't think we've ever had funerals in any Sims game, but actually, technically, in a very weird roundabout way, you can have funerals in The Sims 4. It's a very specific thing you can do, and it takes a lot of work. You have to have a podium, so you need a pack like Discover University or City Living, and then you need to have an urn of the dead sim in your inventory, and then place your sim on a lot where there's a podium, put the sim in a sad mood, and then they'll be able to give a eulogy, and then other people will watch it, but it only lasts about, I think, like 20 in-game minutes. Like, it's really not that deep, but it's the closest thing that we have to funerals. But obviously funerals more fleshed out would be a very good thing, but also I think it would be a bad thing, and that's because funerals are like the dark sister of weddings, and you know, we already have The Sims 4 My Wedding Stories, and clearly EA do not know how to code in events for their own game, because obviously weddings in The Sims 4 and all of the wedding related events are extremely broken in the My Wedding Stories pack. So if they gave us a funerals pack with a similar system, I can't imagine it working. I can just imagine it being very broken. At this point, EA are quite shameless, and they seem more than happy to release packs with broken features and just genuinely not care. So I wouldn't put it past them to give us a funerals pack with a broken funeral system and a glitchy Grim Reaper career. Wouldn't put it past them at all. But I do also think, could it finally be the resurgence of stuff packs? Because we haven't had a stuff pack for years. Stuff packs have unofficially been killed off by EA. If they did do a Grim Reaper career with absolutely nothing else, like, they would have to put that in a stuff pack. How could you create like a build mode and, you know, cast outfits all surrounding, you know, the Grim Reaper? It just wouldn't make any sense. If they did a game pack with like, this is so morbid, but like funeral attire, then maybe that would make sense. But I think that would be quite controversial, and I don't think EA would ever really do that. Honestly, the reason why I think we will never ever get funerals in The Sims 4 being realistic, and we will never ever get official graveyards, is because The Sims 4 is really safe. It is the safest Sims game. It doesn't have any of the adult humor. It barely has any adult references in it. Even though we had graveyards in The Sims 3, I highly doubt, honestly, we would get them in The Sims 4, because somebody, you know, some terminally online person would claim that it's triggering because it's to do with graves and death or whatever. So I don't really know if they would ever go that far to give us an official graveyard, or even just give us official funerals. But I think a Grim Reaper career, because they can make it comedic, I think they could go about it well. But another thing that has just crossed my mind is, if it is a life career where you reap people's souls, okay, will you just have to, like, you know, will the game kill off an in-game townie every single time you go to work? Because it's a Grim Reaper, you gotta reap souls. Is it like you go to, you know, Eliza Pancake's house and Eliza Pancakes dies of laughter or something, or dies of embarrassment, and then you reap her soul? Like, are all of the townies in your world gonna die? Because if it was implemented like that, oh, I genuinely don't think I could handle that. It would be such a weird one to integrate into the game, and it's so weird to me that they've even brought it up before. Like, what on earth were they even thinking they'd be able to do with this? It's absolutely bizarre. Of course, though, it might not actually be an entire pack. Well, it could be. For all we know, it could be a mega expansion pack for $39.99. Like, I wouldn't put it past EA. But the Sims anniversary, as far as I'm aware, is coming up. The Sims team rarely ever do anything for their anniversaries. Maybe if they remember, they might do something, but usually they forget. 20th anniversary hot tub. So really, like, I just don't know how. If you're wondering why I'm moving my head, I'm trying to find my vape. I did not. Oh, almost showed you a bit too much there. Whoopsie. I wouldn't want an iShow speed controversy on my hands. Bloody hell. Imagine that. By the way, I have actually quit vaping, but I like do it a little bit in the evenings just because it's nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot less harmful. Before I was doing it morning to evening. Now I only do it like a little bit in the evening, so it's all right anyway. Because it's the anniversary, it makes me think, are we getting maybe something to do with the Grim Reaper in an anniversary update? For all we know, guys, it could be, honestly, like, do you remember in the last free update thing they gave us, like, this really ugly plumb bob lamp thing, or like ceiling light with a plumb bob on it? Do you think they'll just do something like that with the Grim Reaper? Like, it's not even going to be that deep. Here's me saying it's a whole expansion pack and it's just going to be like a little Grim Reaper figurine in your game. I genuinely don't think it's going to be that deep. I mean, free content is free content. Whenever the Sims team do content updates for free these days, they normally do the diversity free updates where they add different clothing or hairstyles or objects that represent different people's cultures or religions or beliefs or something like that, which is great, of course, because The Sims 4, you know, is supposed to be a game that represents everyone. Even though every world is an American suburban mining town, it is a game that's supposed to represent everyone. So the last one that they did was Native American cultural representation, but we haven't actually had any free updates that were not about diversity or representation. We haven't really had that many fun free content updates for a very long time, and I think it would be nice to just have something that's chilled and fun. And I know I'm coming up with a lot of ideas, and I have already checked on CD Keys, and there's been no leak of any Sims pack coming out, because CD Keys and the Microsoft Store, I checked them as well, because they always leak Sims packs too early, all of the bloody time. But we haven't had any leaks, so there's a chance it might not be a pack. Honestly, it's all up in arms what's happening. I think they must do something for the anniversary. Like, they've got to do something. Do you know what I mean? Even if they just give us a little in-game painting or something. Imagine if it was just a painting of the Grim Reaper. I mean, if it's free stuff, who cares? By the way, guys, guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna get my glasses. If you've seen some of my older videos, you'll know I had computer glasses, but the glasses broke and I stopped wearing them. And I've basically got like a problem with the oil glands in my eyes, and my eyes are now like chronically dry. In my recent videos, you might notice that my eyes are quite red. It's because they're literally so sore, so I'm getting special computer glasses with like a special filter. I got some Hugo Boss ones. I'm so excited to get them tomorrow. That's why I'm recording this video tonight, but I'm uploading it tomorrow on the 19th, just because I won't have enough time tomorrow, because I've got a birthday thing to do, I've got to get my glasses, I've got to go out for dinner with friends. But at least I could say I'm not one of the terminally onlines. Do 3 things tomorrow, touching 3 blades of grass. Check me out. If you are chronically online and you've got nothing better to do with yourself, that was a joke, you might want to check out my recent Life by You update or my recent Paralives update. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.